And we're live.
Hello. Welcome to episode 6 of Mesthia. We're going to change things up today. Which one of my players wants to give a recap?
I will, and I'll do it as Mom Forged.
Okay.
Okay.
It's going to be a long recap.
Yeah, let me just grab my notes. Let me just remember where I saved my notes.
These notes are about a job interview. That's not what we're going over.
And what's your job interview?
I'll tell you later.
Trying to get him to dox himself
interview.
live on screen.
All right, on the last episode of Dragon Ball Z. All right, so we did a lot of things. We found out that 2 episodes ago that the Forge God goes by a name of Valturin, and Thazul was his worship city. He powers the Magma Heart, and he forges weapons for God of War. We brute forced another puzzle, as we do. We learned that the puzzle was a bunch of different things, and of course, in typical fashion, we all touched the thing, and another person got squished by Mobforged. That's me! And as we did that, we found a library, and we saved an entire encyclopedia. And we found, well, Momforge found out that the inhabitants of Thazul were 2. There was a sub-race of Goliaths imbued with runes and a beings called Duergars. And then now we're back at, like, the beginning-ish.
Right. Anything to add on? Anybody?
Yeah, we found a stick that makes people laugh.
A hat, slippers, and infinite socks.
And my Nim Nim got real mad.
Yeah, Nimsy's mad at Rin because Rin fixed Momforge.
I thought we had a recap from last episode, not 3 episodes ago.
That was last episode. What you mean?
All right. Just for that, a D8 on the table for the whole group.
Thanks, Dad.
Isn't there always a D8 on the table for the whole group?
There
Make
sure
us
is.
feel like we earned it. Relax. Don't take this from me.
I want to feel appreciated.
I just want to be appreciated. So, we pick back up as you guys meander back into camp after coming out of the double puzzle room dungeon. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to rest.
Yeah, sleep, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
Actually. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just. You go ahead. I lost it.
Okay, maybe you'll find it during this. I am going to go through the 3 books before I actually take my rest. I'm gonna kind of like thumb through the 3 books, the first 3 in the. Oh, Ghost, your camera's doing the thing.
No.
Goodbye.
No wonder why they call him Ghost.
Bye-bye.
There he is. Ooh. I'm gonna go through the 3 books, just the ones we took from the, like, well, the books that we took. 1, 2, and 3 were the ones that I had.
You had 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah. So I'm gonna. I think
7.
Momforge went through number 1 already.
Number 6.
Oh no, you went through number 6. Right.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception for each book.
20.
20 for number 1.
Oh, you want one for each?
For each, yeah. 20 for number 2. And a 9.
There goes your luck.
All right. Remember which information you guys already know.
All right, so the way I'm playing this off is I'm very tired. So I'm reading the first book and I'm getting through it. I'm reading the second book, and like 2 pages into the third book, I just start falling asleep with it in my hands.
I've not told you about their government, correct? Not yet.
I don't think so.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. In the first book, it reiterates the name of the place, roughly how big it was, around 20-ish thousand people, primarily Duragar with Goliaths are mentioned as you kind of thumb through it all. The government is called the Council of Embers. It was primarily made up of 13 members of royal families. And it was led by one head of the council. The primary language that you also learn about, they all mainly spoke deep speech. And some were even versed in celestial to be able to communicate with the god, the Forge god. Yeah, the 9. In the third book, you do see pictures of large metal and rock-like creatures that appear to have some form of lava potentially powering them, but also a crystal in the center of their chest.
That was the 20,000 people, Duragar, the Council of Members. Was that the first and second book put together?
In the primary language, Deep Speech Celestial.
Okay.
And then the
Just wanna make
third
sure we
book,
didn't skip a book.
yeah, and the third book is basically just pictures. But one of the pictures that catches your eye, there's a large golem-like creature that looks like it could be powered by lava and has a crystal in the center of its chest.
Okey-doke. And I get
While
like a
this
third of
is
the way through that book. Oh, sorry. I get like a
Okay.
third of the way through that book, and I close it up and pack my way and say I'm going to bed.
Yo, show us the cool golems.
I'll talk to you about it tomorrow.
Well, while he's reading these books, I want to set up and start fixing the rest of Mom Forge and getting out dents and cleaning her up.
Go
that
ahead.
tickles.
Give me.
Don't make this weird.
Let's see. Give me a performance.
Performance?
Oh,
What do you mean? Okay.
what do you mean?
You
What
with
do
a
I
negative.
mean?
I'm a
Yeah,
negative
that's
1 to
fine.
performance.
Yeah. Almost every dent, -1 you can't see, Mom Forge, but Nimona, it's like on this weird crease of her armor, and you're just like, she won't see it, so you just kind of leave it a little dented. But the rest of her, almost pristine, almost like day one coming out of the forgery with Mom.
What is new?
Thank you, sweetie.
Much better than magic can fix things.
If you're talking to Ren, Ren's ignoring you.
Yeah.
He's already asleep.
Nim, what have I taught you?
I don't know. What have
Magic
you
is
taught me?
Cool. Machinery is cool. But together, it's the coolest.
You also taught me that I can only get better by practicing my craft, and that prevents me from practicing my craft. So,
Is that all I am to you?
Damn.
How many books in total?
no.
Do you guys
All of them?
We have
7?
all of them.
12.
Most of the
We
books.
took
we
some
we
out.
took all the books. I have 5 because I took 3 and was trying to hand some to Nimsy, and she was too busy arguing with Rin, so I started putting more of them in my bag.
Rin
You have
has
5. I know Riz.
Rin has 1,
Yeah.
so that means Nimsy has 6. Because there was 12 in total, right?
12 in total. Okay. You guys have done 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay.
Mhm.
If we're gearing up for a long rest, Mom Forged is just gonna sentry mode. Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Beep,
Oh my
beep,
god,
beep,
wait,
beep,
we
beep.
never have to take turns on Night Watch again. We just have what? Something that doesn't sleep.
Is nice.
Kind of sleeps. Still goes into a power down stage, but
Okay.
still
All right.
technically can be kind of surprised, but is also partially listening. Isn't like fully fucking asleep. All right. No watch order though.
I'd be first because I'd stay up with Mom Forge.
I'd probably be up the earliest. So I would probably be towards the end of the watch order.
How many?
I
watches
think
are there
that-
total? 3.
I think that Dimsy just wouldn't wake anyone up because she'd be like, "What? Why do we need that?"
How long is a long rest? 8 hours?
8 hours.
So that's an hour and a half per person, I think, because there's 6 of us. Oh, unless Mom Forge isn't sleeping, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I'm inert, but I hear and see as normal.
Oh, neat. Well, we didn't talk
they
about this
still
before I
need-
went and laid down, so
Yeah.
wake me if you need me. It's pretty much the
Yeah.
mindset.
Some of you
Wake
are
me
asleep
up.
already.
Yeah,
She
oh
got
So
yeah.
we're
South,
just gonna go
south.
with the Nimona and Sentry mode. Got it. All right. So go ahead and give me a perception, both of you, for the first couple hours.
Do-do-do-do.
How long do you stay up for, Nimona?
She's gonna stay up as long as she can, fiddling until she falls asleep. So probably won't get a full rest. No, she will because she sleeps in.
Yeah, well, she thinks she sleeps in.
All right. Nothing happens while you are on sentry or while on watch for the little bit of time that you are, Nimona. You feel recharged, Mom Forge. You still notice that some people are asleep, but you do hear kind of some restless bodies starting to come awake, that being your Vashkir Kriva, as he wakes up a little early. Anybody else who would also be an early riser? Misty?
Oh,
Yeah.
Early
am I
riser?
going back to full
early
hit points
riser.
now?
Full health points, yes.
Sick, I'm not at 15 anymore.
And remember, so just magical healing does work on Warforges. It heals the circuitry, but if you have flesh wounds, healing won't mend those. It's like your armor if it's being damaged.
We did a long rest, so we get spell slots back, right?
Yes. Get all the spell slots, and new rules now also give you all of your hit dice back. They changed that. It used to be only half, but now you get them all, and you get HPs. Also get your rages and anything else that you recover over a long rest. But it looks the same as if you when you went to bed as when you wake up. No changing in light. But slowly but surely, all of you wake up, pack up your gear. What would you like to do?
Have we exhausted like the pathways in this room?
No. There's
Still another
the
way?
one. There's the one that leads to the set of stairs that continues downwards. You
Yeah,
guys
this was
ended
just
up.
like a landing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
You
a
guys
big
opted to go
landing.
down the long dark hallway after you figured out the
Oh yeah,
Shall
we
we-
didn't go downstairs.
little puzzle.
Shall we continue downwards?
I go
Is that-
where my
is everyone awake
nim-nim
yet?
goes.
Yes, everybody has
okay,
awoken.
okay.
You've packed up your gear,
Yeah.
eaten a ration.
Ooh, let me mark that down.
Yep.
Ooh, piece of candy.
And you are now all staring at each other awkwardly, half naked.
Uh,
Not half naked. Fine, you're fully clothed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Rin wouldn't cared.
I'm ready to
All
go
right.
down. Whatever everybody else is.
Someone
going-
remind me what we're looking for again.
Stuff
Anything.
from
Oh,
an ancient civilization or something.
oh.
How ancient are we, talking? Because the books say something, but I don't know what the books say. I haven't even opened the book.
What would Momforge know from like what they've read or what it's read? Like age-wise, how old does Momforge think this is?
Definitely a couple thousand years, because this predates any knowledge that your creator knew or instilled in you, and your information goes back pretty far.
Right. And they had captured the father of teleportation magic.
Correct.
We're talking at least 2,000 years, probably way more. But this is before that anything I know.
Forged.
So the
Have
books
you
Oh,
ever
are-
did
heard
someone-
of, that deep speech? I don't know if my mic picked that up because of the voice, but Mom Forged. Did you ever hear of deep speech?
Deep speech, deep speech.
Go ahead and give me our intelligence check.
What? What am I
Just
doing?
give me an intelligence check.
Intelligent.
Yeah, there isn't really a skill that's like, do you know language? 17. You've heard of it. You know it's a language of some sort. You're not like fluent in it or really know anything specific about it, but you do know it is a language that exists in the world.
I I know that it is spoken.
extreme.
To be honest,
It's rare and it's old. Like it's an old language that nobody really uses.
it's an old sort of obsolete language now. It's not really spoken today. Other than that, I don't know much.
Yes, I hadn't heard of it, and then there was something about it in one of the books that I was reading last night. That says that that was one of their primary languages. The other being celestial.
Would it be weird?
And thankfully, common. They wrote in common.
Would it be weird for Goliaths to speak deep speak?
Your standard Goliaths, yes, because they often gravitate towards the orcish folk and speak orcish or common most of the time.
Okay. They spoke deep speak?
That's what the book says. I wasn't there, so I can't tell you for sure.
So remember,
That's what
all
the book
these
says.
books are written like they are scientific notes written by like somebody investigating.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why it's written in common.
The book
Perfect.
I read
How lucky.
said that the inhabitants were Goliaths. Goliaths and Duergar.
Duergar is what one of the books I was reading last night said. There was about 20,000 people, and there was a Council of Embers was like their system of government that had 13 members with one leader.
Would that be an unusual system of government for what Momforge knows for both of those?
Yes. The Goliaths are very much more of a chieftain type led, almost like the one who leads is the strongest physically. The Durgar were much more political and they still though had more of a older way of governing, meaning something similar to like strength equals power in terms of leadership, but theirs was more people found more conniving ways to determine one's strength. So it was kind of a lot more secrecy and lies and deception to kind of make your way to the top.
Did you say they formed a council?
Yes, it was the Council of Embers, if I'm remembering correctly.
But neither of those species are known for.
Maybe it has more to do with the Forge God.
You know, I think you might be onto something. You did say they spoke Celestial, right?
Yes. Per the notes that are in the book.
Oh, maybe they were.
Also,
Do you think?
There was
go ahead.
pictures in the third book I kind of dozed off while reading it, but I saw pictures of a metallish or rock creature that seemed to be powered by lava that had a large crystal glowing in its chest.
Ooh, can I see?
Sure.
And then I will fish the book out of my bag and hand Nimsy Volume 3.
Yeah, as they hand you the book, you start to slowly page through it. Go ahead and give me an investigation, as you're definitely doing a lot deeper dive.
I'll cast guidance on myself.
Okay. Go ahead.
Guidance.
Guidance.
And investigation. Damn it.
You still have a D4.
Yep.
And we have a D8.
And there is
Also
a
have a
D8.
D8.
No. 13's fine.
All right. 13. So as you page through it, you do see what appears to be some brief kind of like sketches of different stonework, different archways. But you do eventually get to what he's describing, and it's this large, very rough around the edges. It looks very similar to how a warforged would be built, but none of its like exoskeleton, none of the powering, none of the magical circuitry that is in this blueprint matches anything that would do something today. It's very much rough, but with your knowledge of how both warforges work and just kind of tinkering in mechanisms in general, this object, this creature that you're looking at, would definitely operate on its own without somebody piloting it.
I'm gonna turn it around immediately to Mom Forge. Look. Are you looking?
I'm looking. That's what the was for.
I didn't hear you.
Who didn't you hear?
You.
Oh, I said,
Smash. Stop.
As you continue to kind of like peruse through it, you do see other similar, just like kind of trinkets and doodads of things that definitely pique your interest, but it is things that you've never really seen before. But also it's things that you think could practically, you could actually create now. Also, this is the image of the golem that you saw sketched in the book.
Ooh.
Oh, that's rad as fuck, dude.
Ooh.
I think we're witnessing some of the first constructs.
That's what it looks like. That's cool.
Should we be worried about seeing any?
Why would you be worried about that? Think of all the things you could learn from them.
Think
Well, if
about
it's
how
that,
destructive it could be, because we could be
The thing is-
hostile.
it's quite gigantic.
We haven't run into anything in still. We haven't run into anything inherently hostile. I don't. There's always the possibility. You are correct, but these don't look like they were made for battle.
I mean, we did run into things that were hostile. There were traps.
I was gonna say the way they do their traps and like there's like certain rooms that's very advanced. I think very smart. So maybe we will. And it will be fantastic. We got it.
I
It's
can't.
fine.
I can't fathom a power source that would last this long.
Well, we don't really know what that crystal is. It could do all kinds of things.
Does Momforge does the crystal look similar, if not the same as anything Forged would have witnessed?
Arcana check with advantage. $21. That most likely, based on structure and color, would be a extremely large mana crystal that houses just pure magical power.
That's there's no way.
You've never seen one that big. The mana crystals you see are essentially handheld size.
Right. There's no way that it is a mana crystal, but that looks like a mana crystal.
Oh, you're right.
Bash is just kind of like watching both of you talk and like looking back and forth and just kind of like nodding. Can't really, he's not really paying attention. He's just like,
The nerd zone.
I don't. How do you there's no way, right? There's no possible way that could be a mana crystal.
What's the reason for that?
It's huge. They don't come that big.
Well, none.
Maybe
we've
not
seen.
now. Yeah.
We may have only seen scraps.
That is true. We really don't know what we're gonna find down here.
But I can't see all of the. This was 2,000 plus years ago. If they were this advanced, why isn't there more? There should be more evidence of the existence of these people.
Maybe it's farther into the depths of wherever we are.
Right, but there's literally no. When was the last time you saw gem-infused Goliaths participating in government?
Never.
Exactly. Where? Why is in here so different than out there?
I suppose that's why we're here.
That's probably why we're here.
Well, in this case, then let's go. And for like the first time, Mom Forged leads the way downstairs.
probably for the best safety wise.
Cora just like looks at
Yes.
everybody like, oh, okay, look at this.
Okay.
We packed up the camp, right?
Yeah.
You didn't
Oh,
just
yeah, you
wake
guys
up and
were
stand there.
standing around.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna pull out one of the books and trade it to him. And
I'm keeping this.
Okay. Which book do you give me? I'm gonna say canonically, because Rin took one before you took the rest, that Rin has book 6.
7.
Yeah, Rin intentionally took book 7.
Oh, you took book 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 7, so that's what book I have.
Oh, okay. I thought you just took one off the stack.
No.
All right, so I have 1, 2. I don't know, Nimsy. You have
MCS3.
has 3, and then also 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
I'm gonna give you 12.
Fuck. No, that's fine.
Three.
You know what they say about the number 12? That it looks like you.
I don't get it.
I'm confused.
There's an old scene band called The Number 12 Looks Like You.
Okay. That was an obscure joke just for yourself.
You know, most of my
that
jokes
was
are
that was
just-
for him for when he listens back to the stream later on.
That guy's funny. All right. Mom Forge heads out. Do you guys follow behind?
Nope.
All right. In which
Yeah.
follow order? Who's following behind Mom Forge?
Can I ride on her shoulder?
You're in your armor. She would move at a slower rate.
Ah, I want to do that then.
Mev will go second. Or
All right.
third, I guess.
I'll go behind Matt.
All right, 4.
I'll go next.
With Rin bringing up the rear.
Hell yeah.
All right. As you guys descend deeper and deeper, you do notice there are no more offshoots. The stone structure itself does change in color. It goes from a very gray, gravelly kind of color. Now it is starting to get more shimmery, more crystalline like, and the colors rapidly change from your darker colors to you're starting to see some blues and purples until you continue farther and farther. And you guys travel for about an hour's time down these stairs continually until you finally see large purple crystalline structures, more openings in the roof. You guys, when you come down the stairs, it kind of flattens out, it plateaus out down a small cavern. And as you come out of the cavern, this is what you see. Large purple crystalline structures that extend 30 plus feet into the air. Smaller blue gem-like crystals that have this faint glow to them. As you look up and you see more of these kind of gaps in the ceiling, and what appears to be some form of light coming through them. When you really look around, it is kind of light reflecting off of these crystalline structures that are kind of like bouncing light off of each other to create this almost faux light source.
Is Mom Forged able to touch one of the crystals, preferably a large purple?
Yeah.
All of you are touching things.
So, without just being stupid about it, Mom Forge would attempt to collect and analyze to the best of its ability some of the make a little bit of a crystal fragment, just a little etching.
Like you're trying to carve something out of it?
Not necessarily carve something out of it, but just shavings. So just trying to scratch a little
Chip it off
bit
a little bit.
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand. 11. You get, we'll say, a small vial's worth of shavings, about yay amount, of, we'll just call it purple crystalline shavings for right now.
Okay. What do I notice anything about them just by looking at them?
Go ahead and give me an investigation. What do your robot eyes see?
Nothing.
This is something you've really never seen before. It's definitely crystalline for sure. But above ground, everything that was instilled in you information wise, this is not connecting. If it was other colors like red or blue or green, you could potentially say these are large gem structures of ruby, sapphire, emeralds. But
the
looking
fact that
at
they're
it,
purple.
the fact that they're purple, nothing is really ringing a bell with the information that was given to you.
I have no idea what these are, but do you think this will be enough for them to be happy?
Who are you talking to?
I suppose it should be.
I'm talking to everybody, the people that are paying you guys.
I mean,
Look, I've collected some purple shavings.
I'm gonna look around to see if there's any like loose chunks of purple crystals on the bottom, like maybe that have fallen off or.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation. Actually, perception, because you're using. No, we'll go investigation. You're not using your other senses to try and fucking find this. 18. Down the set of stairs, you do see what looks like to be kind of a pile of one of them that has tipped over. As you kind of like walk around a little bit around the edge. But you do see like you'd have to descend a few bit of stairs to get down there.
Okay, yeah, I do that.
Just go. Okay, cool. I think I see a useful one over here.
Oh.
Be careful.
Mom Forged rushes over, and she's very very, very excited.
Yeah, I'm looking to grab one that's like maybe a few inches long, average size. Yeah,
average size. Yeah. So you head down a couple sets of stairs. Now, does everybody come with, or what is everybody else doing while Mom Forged and Vash head downstairs?
I was also following.
You are also following. Okay, so 3 people are heading down.
I think
I'm 3 people up top.
Rin is just looking around,
Yeah.
I don't know if he would
Since
know.
we just talked about it.
I don't know if he would know this place. He's been
looking around. Nothing kind of jumps out at Rin.
Okay.
What are you doing, Misty and Nimona?
I was doing something similar. I wanted to see if anything would stick out to her.
I was checking for traps since we just talked about it, up the stairs.
So you can go ahead and give me an investigation. Misty, give me a history. $13. You don't see any
tonight.
traps.
Damn.
Nothing remotely similar. However, the structure of everything in here is a lot more rugged. It looks like less of the fancy touch has been done to this place. This definitely looks like if the place above was Mount Olympus from Hercules, this is Hades' underworld type look going on. So there's very 2 different a lot less people have been down here for sure. Paths were obviously carved, but everything is very rough. For you, Misty, you do not recognize anything in here. None of the purple crystals jump out at you. Also give me a religion. $19. you have a feeling, you're not sure why, but these purple crystals feel important to you specifically. Or you just have this like gut feeling.
Okay.
Nim Nim.
They are muted.
And Nim Nim's busy. Who uses magic here?
I dabble.
Bash just points at Mev.
Okay. Dabbler, what was your name again?
Mevcor Zananus Zanriel.
Okay, Mr. Anus.
Mev corals and anus.
How good are you at attuning?
Is my dagger attunement? I believe so. Sorry.
Yes. While attuned.
Yes, I'm currently attuned to my dagger.
Okay. I can't do it because I don't have my magic abilities in this body. But I need you. First of all, you might die. Is that okay?
Oh, that sounds wonderful. We'll see.
Okay. So, almost like you're attuning.
Yes.
But just try and run. See if it will accept just magic energy. Don't try and cast a spell. Just let the magic vibrate through your fingertips and try and touch one of these purple crystals, please.
I suppose I can give it a try. He like rubs his hands together, sets his hands on the sides of the crystal, and attempts to attune. See if anything happens.
Give me an arcana. We'll see if you can manipulate your magic enough to do what Mom Forged is asking. Yes. So as you do, you kind of are focusing and you feel the like buildup of magic in your fingertips. And as you open up, you see the crystal start kind of glowing even brighter purple just around where your hands are.
Okay, that's great. Because I don't know how much magic you're pumping into that sucker. Is it brighter than you're meaning it to be?
I mean, do you want me to do more? Like,
Well, I'm just trying to see if these have amplification properties.
could I try to put some more into it, I suppose?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind, careful, the crystal might shatter, but yeah, if you can.
To do so, you would actually have to cast a spell.
Yeah, I'll like infuse a spell slot into it, I guess, if I can do that.
Sure. What level?
I mean, I only have level 1 spell slots, so.
All right, level
Level
spell slot
1.
it is. So as you kind of focus more, you feel like you're about to cast one of your spells, but instead of actually imbuing it with the spell itself, you pump more magic into this crystalline structure, and you do see energy start swirling now in between where his hands are. It appears to be like this like a mercury purplish liquid is now like spinning inside the crystalline structure, just in between where his hands are.
Fascinating. Dibsy, get your butt down here.
Okay.
As you slowly head down, you're still checking for traps as you go. Don't see any. And then you reach them.
Mr. Anus,
traps?
keep doing what you're doing.
You reach the traps.
It's Mevcora's and Anus Xandria.
Right, Mr. Anus of Xandria.
It is an anus.
That's what I'm saying.
Out of game, I keep hearing it's an anus.
I think I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back upstairs now. I don't want.
No, look at his hands. Look at his hands.
So you see this like magical, you can see around his hands, there's this pulsating glow of where he is grabbing on each side of the crystal. But in between, you see this like mercury liquid kind of like spinning now in a circle in between his hands in a counterclockwise motion.
What is he doing?
Yeah, Vash kind of wanders over and goes, how do you do that? What are you doing?
Do you understand what this means?
No.
It could mean several things.
You might be able to have this crystal as a power source.
Well, now you're speaking my language.
Vash holds up like the small one that he picked up off the ground.
What about this?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
this
You'd
power?
have to, you'd have to find a way to get at the magic. You know what? One more test. This might go haywire. Are you okay with that, Mr. Zanus?
I am ready.
Okay. I want you to remove one of your hands so that the magic could escape the other side of the crystal.
All right. Step back, everyone. And then I slowly take my left hand away.
When you say step back, everyone, Vash takes literally like half a step back. He doesn't move very far.
I'm still up the stairs. I think with Rin. If Rin is still up there.
Rin's just sitting on the stairs, just like, I'm bored.
You guys are just watching
We're
from a distance.
We're
like,
just
Oh, he's not
watching.
even
What are you-
watching. He's just looking around like, I'm bored.
I'm watching them, trying to see what they're doing.
So as you remove one hand, what was the duration of the spell that you would have used?
I suppose I would have cast like my silent image into it,
Okay,
and
how
that
long
is
does that
a up to 10 minutes.
Okay, you have plenty of time then. Okay. So as you release one hand, you see the swirling stop, but then you see it slowly slide to one side and you see it congeal up onto the side of the crystalline structure, like pressed against your hand. Almost like sludge, kind of sitting up on the side of the crystal.
Oh.
And then I put my hand back.
That's
The other hand back
Yeah, I put it back.
starts slowly spinning. It gets a little bit quicker
That's-
as your hand stays, but
This is
that's
entertaining.
fascinating. Whatever's
the ruse.
inside those crystals is it appears to be attracted to magic.
This is the ruse the whole time. He's casting silent image inside.
Got him.
fucking idiots.
It's for calling me an anus.
Okay. I need. Maybe not.
I'm going to try one more
Containment.
thing.
It might be able to contain the magic. Remove your hands now. Both of them.
I remove both my hands.
You see the glow goes away, and you see that liquidy source. As you like pull the hands away, it almost like it evaporates.
Can I try
Thank you.
attuning, and instead of like can I try pulling magic essence out of it? Like the opposite of what I just did?
Give me an Arcana with disadvantage. You're not really a wizard.
Oh
so you
yeah,
don't-
I know. Natural
No.
one. Yeah. I'm just like,
my man.
nothing's happening.
You're like, got nothing. you only try once. You're just like, nah, there's nothing there.
That's
Okay,
not
okay. So you with the portable crystal. What was your name again?
Vashkil.
Okay. And you carry that, but don't listen. Don't.
I won't listen.
And like Mom
He puts it like, up
forged
to his ear.
Mom forged tone is hushed, but the volume is the same. So it
Soft,
sounds
loud
like a
spoken.
whisper, but it's as loud as as its actual talking. Okay, listen. Do not hand this over. Smuggle this in. I want to keep it.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way,
Perfect.
I can do that for you.
I'm gonna look for another one.
You said you put it up to your ear, correct?
Yes.
Give me a perception.
Uh-oh.
You hear things.
20.
That is another 20 on perception. That's like the third one today, bro.
That's like the
You're
third one.
hacking.
Yeah. Once combat comes around, I am fucked.
Fatality.
I also have a +6 to perception. That's part of it.
It's pretty hot.
You're hacking, bro.
So you do hear anything, or you do hear something. Briefly, as you bring it up, it doesn't really register what you hear until after you like kind of started looking around again. But you hear, shh, stay still. Your shadow's listening.
George? No. Just want to take note of that.
Stay still. Them shadow mans are listening, boy.
All right, so it pops up. I don't really like it's so faint. I just kind of like, as a joke, like just put it back down, and then I start looking around again, and then he's just like, "Wait a second. Wait," and I tell Mom Forge, I'm like,
I found this one over there in like a pile. Can you go grab another one so we can actually turn one in?
he's muted.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
And like
and
over
so-
like it's not far from where we were.
Right,
So
yeah.
like I just kind of
So
then I
Mom
put the thing
Forge
back up to my ear.
absolutely goes and does it.
As you put it back up to your, go ahead and give me
I
another
like shake it. I'm like,
Okay. Remember last time you shook something? 11?
yeah, I do.
You hold it back up and you don't hear anything this time.
Must have been the wind.
When Mom Forge comes back, I will tell Mom Forge the whisper that I think the crystal said. So let Mom Forge do their thing and then come back. Let me know when you're back.
Well, yeah, however long it takes to grab a crystal.
So, I don't know if maybe my mind might be playing tricks on me, but I think this crystal just told me to be quiet and that the shadows are listening. I know that sounds really crazy.
I put my
Mom?
ear up to the big crystal next to us with my hands around it.
Go ahead and give me a
I love
perception.
this crystal. The trees speak to me.
The magic! It calls to me!
I hate
This
you.
is me for.
What do you say?
Perception.
I think by this time, Rin's just gonna look over and see.
Another 20, dude.
What is Ren gonna do?
He's seeing Mav just hug a crystal. He's like, is he in love with it?
Do I hear that?
Yeah, I say that
Oh,
out
okay.
loud.
Okay. No clue. It looks like everybody is like touching it. Should we do the same?
No, no, you shouldn't.
Nah.
And how much I want to touch it? No.
Missy's gonna go find a piece and see if she can from upstairs.
Okay. You look for a crystal. Go ahead and give me an
Yeah.
investigation.
Uh,
So you do hear something as you lean in. You hear. You step into the hollow, thinking you're whole. But I see the cracks, every lie, every mask, every fracture in your little flickering soul.
I don't hear anything at all. Don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, maybe we just forget this for now then.
You have this Warforged trying to like put this crystal next to its like head. Just nah, that won't work.
Misty, with a 10, the only one that you find up there is roughly about like a 3-4 foot tall one that is still like stuck in the ground.
all right.
I'll take it.
Rin's gonna walk over.
I guess I'll take it. No.
Rin's gonna walk over wherever Misty is and just like they were hugging it. Do we hug it?
I'm not hugging it. I'll touch it. Didn't seem like anything was bad down there, so
Rin's gonna hug it.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Are you ear to the
Yeah,
side hugging it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception.
Perception.
14. Okay. Missy, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna touch it.
Just with your hand?
Yeah.
You also hear something, Ren.
Okay.
Some of you shine too brightly. Others, well, half gone. Tell me, when you cast your shadow, does it ever pull back?
Rin's just gonna stare at the crystal like, Misty, it just talked to me.
What?
The crystal just talked to me.
It talked to you?
It talked to me. It whispered in my ear.
What did it say?
This one. He'll relay what the crystal said. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either, but that doesn't sound good.
I feel like I need to cast a spell, and I think I have a spell that might help. I don't trust these crystals.
Okay.
And I will cast Detect Evil and Good.
I'm gonna be a part of that, aren't I?
Oh yeah. I already know something about you from the beginning, because I think I casted this spell.
And you didn't say anything.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
So, Misty does ping. All of the crystals that are larger than 3 feet ping.
Okay.
And you know inside... Let me just double check something.
Yeah, because I casted this spell on the ring, and it was... Yeah. Or was it the other one? Was it Detect Magic? Whichever spell I casted. But
It is... giving off aberration.
okay. It was like, while the spell happening. So there's a type of magic in it, and it's an aberration magic. So maybe... And he's pointing at the big ones to Misty. Those ones are like giving magic vibes. Should we go tell the others, or should we just stay up here?
We should. No, we should probably tell the others because it looks like they're collecting them.
Fair, but that's not fun.
It's not fun, but what if it could be dangerous?
You know what? You're right.
All right, let's go.
But still, I think Kent would have liked it if we just had a little fun with it. He's still going.
Let's go.
Okay. We're walking
We're gonna head
downstairs.
over to Yep.
Doesn't take you that long. You guys have met up.
I am no longer touching it, by the way. After I heard it, I just slowly, I was just like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And then just let go of it.
Hey, Mev. So
Yes.
I did my thing, and these big crystals are giving off aberration magic. And I don't know if those small ones...
Aberration magic, or they are an aberration?
Detect Good and Evil detects them as a creature, not as a school of magic.
So, not to spoil your fun, but I think these crystals are alive.
Are you gonna tell us water's wet next?
No. Who in their right mind would think water is wet? The property itself gives other objects wet. Gosh. Where are you from?
How
No.
how have you survived this far?
I'm saying I hugged a crystal because I saw Mev hug a crystal. It whispered in my ear, and I used a spell called Detect Evil and Good. And the big crystals, I think they're alive because they have like some aberration stuff going on.
Yes, an aberration is just something that is unnatural.
Yeah, and whispering in my ear is unnatural.
Vash
Yes,
is gonna
no.
pick his crystal up like closer to his face and just whisper to it while they're bickering back and forth, like, "I'm putting you in my bag. Don't eat my books," and then just tosses it in his bag.
Just because something is abnormal or an aberration does not make it dangerous.
I mean, you're abnormal. You could be dangerous.
I'm only
these
dangerous to
look-
stupid people.
Yeah, and do these crystals look like the mana crystals in the drawings, or no?
A little different.
Okay,
Not the same color, and their
it.
crystalline structure is different.
got it.
How are
Is
you
there
guys
any-
hearing these crystals?
With my ears.
Oh,
Yeah, if you go and put your ear next to it, like I was hugging it, there was a whisper in my ear.
oh, that
I
makes
don't-
sense.
I don't
That's
have
normal.
ears.
I didn't hear anything.
Insight check.
Go
Knowing Bev, I'm insight checking him.
There's a D8 on the board. Just saying, D8 on the board.
I'm using that DA, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
You think he's telling the truth?
Just squinting at Mev.
Is there any general like obvious you should go this way, like that like this natural flow of the chamber
So
leads
this-
in a certain direction?
The stairs do lead down, and you do see slightly down farther. There is a flatter area that goes for a decent amount of space, and you see more crystalline structures down there. But from the distance that you guys are, you can't make out exactly what they are.
And like anywhere on the stairs, is there like other offshoots of like doors that we might have passed or anything? It just pretty much led right down into this pit and then a big flat area. Okay. So Vash will look to everyone and be like,
All right, so the crystals might be creatures or whatever you were saying. That's fine. Should we get out of here and keep going, or what do we want to do?
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much we can do with these crystals. We have to get them back. I want to get one back to my lab.
How are you gonna get back to your lab?
Well, I mean, we're going home after this, right?
No.
Yeah, no, you're gonna get one adventure out of your system, and then you and I are gonna go home.
No. That is not it. No.
Yeah,
Nope.
we'll
Okay.
talk. We'll talk about
Well,
this later.
let's cross that bridge when we get there. Home is a far
Yeah,
distance from here.
Yeah, you'll come back. It's fine. And we'll talk about it later.
For now, it looks like we can just go this way.
and he'll just point down the ominous cavern that he can't see the end of.
Okay, I guess we continue.
Yeah, he just turns and walks.
Just
Okay.
walking.
So you're going down or up?
Oh, I thought we were at the bottom of the stairs, and like you said, there was a flat area with like.
So you guys are still up by the crystalline structures. It continues to go down to another flat area.
Oh,
Or
I
you
thought
go
we were
back-
on that flat area already.
Not on that
'Cause-
flat area. That flat area is
okay.
about 400-ish feet away from you.
Oh, okay.
That looks like there's a big flat area down there. Maybe we should check that out.
Rin's already walking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
All right. You
so
guys
yeah, down
continue
towards the flat area.
walking down. When you finally reach the bottom, don't worry about it. You all come down from this side over here.
Okay.
Okay.
On the southern side. Let me grab your tokens just in case.
Just in
No,
case.
listen.
Like,
Just so you can show the stream where you guys are.
Yeah, where are we at?
Right.
There we are.
Resize, please. Hello?
Hello? I want to see
Hello.
my beautiful character.
Hi.
I don't have access to my token.
Give me a second. Okay.
So needy.
this is like Pogs, so I'm gonna immediately challenge Click Mana to a Pog fight.
Riva,
Oh, I can touch my token.
Misty.
Come on,
What
come
does it
on,
do?
come on, come on, come on and touch your token.
Ba-na.
Rin, Demona. Forged. All right. You guys should all now be able to move your tokens.
Yeah.
So, you guys descend, and you now off to your left hand side as you look over, you see a similar to a very Mercury-esque like flowing river, and in it, like in the river itself, there's more of those like purple crystals, and these ones have a glow to them, and they kind of are lighting up this river. Shortly ahead of you guys, as you reach down, you see more crystalline structures, but these ones have a humanoid shape to them.
Are they moving?
Not moving.
Well,
Guys, I think we have
that
company.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
Of course he is. Fucking course
Okay.
he's just gonna.
Mev, why do you walk up to things?
You have control of your token, so go ahead.
He's gonna hug it.
Let me give you a
Do
hug.
you talk too?
I can see Mev's health. I don't know if I should be able to see that.
Yeah, let me.
I can't.
So, remember how you have access to everybody's stuff, so you can have the.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ignore it.
Good.
Class pet.
No. I have to go through all your character cards, son of a bitch.
Okay, as you get closer, you see. I got a picture for this. One moment. See this.
Stream, we'll see it later in the VODs. Oh my
Creepy.
God.
That looks creepy as fuck. Wow, fascinating.
Starts moving.
He begins to reach his hand out to like touch him on like the shoulder, I guess.
No.
Can I touch it?
You touch it?
Yes. I attempt to touch the shoulder.
Okay. You touch it. It is crystalline. And I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Good. +0.
12. Noted. Okay. Yeah, it just feels like a crystalline, kind of similar to what you were feeling up top, but it looks more humanoid. Also, if I do this, does this pop up on y'all's screen?
Yeah.
It does.
There you
There
go, stream.
first screen.
Hide.
Doesn't like look like it's breathing or anything. It just
No breathing, no moving. It is go ahead, sorry.
is its eye glowing like that?
There does appear to be a much brighter purple glow from the face region of this humanoid crystalline structure.
While he's doing that, Vash is gonna take a walk. So like this like river runs through, right?
Mhm.
Vash is just gonna take a walk to the left over here. Yeah, you know what? Right on the ledge here, and kind of like take a look at the liquid itself.
It looks fairly similar to what you were seeing Mev kind of mix around, except now it's out here.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I make a nature check to see if it's like any sort of thing I would have recognized? Like
Sure.
16.
Nothing you've ever seen.
Just kind of shrug.
It's not breathing, but it's a crystallized man. Then it does look like it was a man that was crystallized, or is it like a humanoid made of crystal?
Give me either a nature check or a medicine check.
Exactly the same. Natural one.
Yes. Could be either. You are unsure.
Maybe I shouldn't have touched it. Well, it's a man. Thing.
Is it a manly man?
I mean, it's a crystalline man.
Rin's gonna go and look at it.
Have we considered that it's part of a trap?
Maybe. I mean, everything that we
What if-
experienced was a trap.
I don't really want to become a crystal. I'd rather not.
Well, here's the question. How did they become crystals? Because we don't even know. Maybe the air, maybe the water, maybe that giant crystal that's sitting on top of that tower.
And shall we cross?
Did you touch it?
Oh, of course I did.
Maybe people touching it.
Nothing happened when I touched him.
As if we know of.
I begin making my way, I guess, over here.
Okay.
I was going to jump across.
All right. It's about a 5-foot jump.
Oh,
So go ahead and give me acrobatics or athletics. You will also need at least a 5-foot run up, which you have. So you're able to. Where are you jumping? Straight ahead?
Where would you
I'm
rather
trying
do?
I'm trying to go like across so I don't run into this guy, but
So like here
basically.
with a 25, you make it.
And what are these things right here? Them, like, light
Those
sources?
appear to be like a amber colored like gem.
I go touch it.
Okay.
Is that what this is right here?
It's another one of those.
It's another one of those.
Hey, Nimsy.
So you touch it.
What?
Indeed.
You want to have
Huh?
some
Give
fun?
me a wisdom
Nothing.
save.
Oh yeah. Good shit.
What kind of fun?
You got paint, right? We could paint
14.
the men. We could paint the crystallized men.
You're not wrong. But okay, that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine.
In your mind,
Whose
Mevcool,
mind? Okay. Yeah.
you hear, "You walk in the shadows as if they serve you. What arrogance."
That's not creepy at all.
Rin,
Yeah.
are you still facing the crystalline dude?
Yeah, I'm still looking at it.
You see its head turn and look at you.
I immediately take the the face mace out. Plus my shield.
mace.
Yeah, my face mace.
Huh?
I
He has
would
a
not
mace
want
with
to
a face.
move. That thing just looked at me.
What?
These things are alive.
All right, before we do anything else, I had a question on like the landscape. I'm gonna see if I can draw stuff. So is this like a path I can take and then attempt to jump to here? Or
You can.
I guess it would be more to like here and then I would go up. But the gap would be that.
It'd be about a 5-foot gap. Yeah.
All right,
And you
now
would
how-
just need
how
a
do I undo
5-foot run
this?
up, which you just grab the selector and then do this.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So
Okay. Give me an
uh,
athletics or acrobatics.
let's do athletics. That's not gonna do it. So I feel like he tries to get his run up. He
Does he catch the ledge?
As you go
jumps.
to jump, it crumbles underneath your feet from the pressure you push on it, and you are now waist deep into this water as it is running around you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please, good sir.
Absolutely. A 10.
And you start seeing crystalline structures slowly start coming off of your body.
Did I hear him
Ow.
fall?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it makes a
he-
splash.
He would have been like, "Oh!" as he jumped.
Can I like run over to the edge and like
help,
see
help.
what's going on? Oh,
Help.
Okay, one moment. And I'll take out my
Holds his
rope
hand out.
and I'll tie it to this boulder here and throw it down to him.
And we'll figure out what happens after our break.
Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Right after these messages. There are no messages. It's just a break.
It's just music in a PNG, baby. Dun, dun, dun.
And we're live.
Hello, welcome back. My fat ass just finished eating dinner, so we're ready to keep going. All right. So, Mr. Vashku Kriva, a rope
That's
is
me.
thrown into the water next to you.
Oh, good.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna try to grab it and climb out.
Okay. You go ahead and grab it. Go ahead and give me acrobatics or athletics with advantage.
Natural 20. I
Yeah,
don't
way
think I'm
to-
gonna beat that.
Way to ruin your roll.
Just in case.
There it is.
Thank you, advantage.
So yeah, you climb out pretty easily. So you are now here.
Sick. Thanks, Mev.
You're right.
I think I'm okay.
I'll give myself like a look over just to see. Like I felt the crystals kind of like climbing up, right?
Yep, and as you look, they go from your feetsies all the way up to about just like above your waistline.
Yeah, pretty
And
much
you have,
any
like, little-
any part of the water.
Any part of the water, you have little crystalline trees kind of like growing off of you, little branches kind of branching off of you.
I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna like step up, finish climbing, and then step over here and like scrape the crystals off of me as best I can.
Did we all see that?
You all minimal heard it.
I actually don't think any of you saw that because of where you are. There's a
Okay.
big rock wall in the way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But you did hear a big skoosh.
and then you
As he
heard,
fell in.
help, help!"
Rin definitely didn't
What
hear it because
happened?
he was staring at the thing, and now it just turned his
Mm-hmm.
attention to him, and Rin just pulled out weapons. Like, I ain't dealing with that.
I can see that.
Yeah, you could see that.
Momforge rolls up. What happened?
It was
Fell
okay.
in the river.
I'm not crazy. It was looking one way, and now it's looking towards me, and I don't like that. That thing could be alive and dangerous.
Okay. One thing at a time. Important people first. Vash, what happened?
Stay out of the river. It's almost like so I slipped and I landed in the water or whatever liquid it is, and the crystals started to kind of like grow on my skin and such. But so stay out of the liquid.
Remember, like 2 minutes ago when I said, what if it's a trap that turns us into these crystal people?
No, I wasn't listening.
Maybe you should listen then. Respectfully,
Just-
thank you. Sorry.
Just kind of like nods without looking, just kind of like shakes his head twice and continues scraping the crystals off of all of his stuff.
Okay. Ryan,
Rin, yes, what?
what did you see?
What did I see? I noticed and I saw this thing look at me. It was looking in. What direction was it looking at in the first?
It was looking straight ahead towards the group.
Okay, it was looking that way. And then now it's looking at me, and I'm not trusting it anymore, and I really want to hit it with face mace.
Would I have seen that if
Hold on.
he just asked me if I wanted to paint it, so I was looking at both the thing and him. Would I have seen it move?
You do notice it has shifted.
He's not wrong.
Okay, well. And so Momforged will turn to the crystalline humanoid. My name is Momforged V1. Can you hear us?
No response. No movement, no nothing.
Can I see the other two? If I
Yeah.
looked at
One
have
of
they-
them is waist deep in the water and it's standing there. Its head also is looking in your direction. You weren't looking at it, so you don't know if that's the direction it was already facing.
Okay.
And then the other one, across the water, it is looking like, I'll just draw this way.
Okay. So it was looking at like Vash when he fell in the water, and then this one's looking in my direction and that one's looking in my direction.
Correct.
Okay.
This one is looking this way. One's looking this way. This one is looking this way.
Okay, I don't know where that one was looking, but it could have been looking at me, but I don't trust these things, and I really want to smash them into pieces.
I feel like Nim Nim's hypothesis is probably the most correct. If at any rate, I don't think these crystalline beings were born crystalline.
They're not, how can I put it, and not trying to be offensive, human anymore. Whether they were human or whatever, creature they were, does it really matter if we destroy them?
I mean, if we're killing something for being crystalline, we could start killing things for being stupid.
That's not what I'm saying, because the fact that they are both looking at me, I'm saying is the fact they could be evil and they could try and kill us.
Have you asked them if they're evil?
Well, I mean, you asked it a question, did it respond?
Okay. Crystalline being, we come in peace. Numbskull over here wants to know if you're evil.
Oh, I'm the numbskull, but you first asked it a question or said something to it and it didn't respond to you.
I wish you wouldn't respond to me.
I wish you didn't respond to me either. But we have to do something.
I can do it.
Do
Do
what?
what?
Well, I could stand in between them and cast a spell. Thunder wave.
It's up to you if you want to do it.
Listen, I'm just the canvas you guys paint on, okay? You do what you want to do.
I mean, I could go in the middle of them and cast Thunder Wave, and it will go out and push out and knock them back and knock them down.
Have I heard of
Oh,
the
but then
spell
it's
Thunder Wave
casting. But
before?
then it's casting spells in this room full of crystals that we just established was taking magic sources. So I don't really.
Give me an Arcana
Arcana?
with disadvantage.
Oof.
No, you've not heard of Thunderwave before.
Okay.
Momforged has, though. Most certainly, right?
Yes.
Momforged backs up.
Okay, before you cast that, we could also see if, there's also life in them. Just like the crystals before, they were, giving They were like aberration. But I could use the same spell, and I can also see what the hell these things are.
How many crystals do we have that are talking to people? I haven't heard one.
I've heard it whisper in my ear, and I didn't like it.
Okay, well, how many crystals?
I don't know. How many crystals did you pick up? I was
While
upstairs.
all that is going on,
I didn't
Vash
pick
is,
up
like,
any.
finished. He's finished scraping all the stuff off.
Mhm.
At least I think he is. And he's gonna take the long way around this pillar and go meet up with Mev on this side.
I'm just asking. There's 3 crystal beings right there. Do we have 3 crystals?
Are you saying like maybe the crystals are their mouths?
There is
No.
an amber crystal
Okay,
over
I don't
here.
know where you're going then. Sorry, move.
What are we trying to do? Just gonna talk over to oh my god, I'm blanking. Mom Forge.
Forge?
Yeah. It's like, what are you guys trying to do over there?
I don't know.
Either destroying these 3 crystal things or seeing if they're alive. And I was saying if these crystals are alive, maybe that's just part of each of these things.
I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna at the same time cast message at one of them.
Are you guys talking loudly enough that I could hear them
Yes.
from across
Oh
the
yeah, I've
cavern?
been talking loudly.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Vash will look over towards you guys and be like,
Well, I touched the liquid and almost turned to crystal myself, so maybe that's what happened to these things.
Possibility.
Detect good and evil.
Yep.
You get a ping off of Misty.
Of course.
All 3 humanoid crystalline features.
Okay.
This purple one. Okay,
That purple
this
crystal.
one. This purple crystal.
Okay.
This purple crystal.
Okay.
This purple crystal.
Obviously.
This purple crystal. And those are all aberration.
Even
Besides
the
Misty.
even the humanoids.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, much like the crystals back there, they're the same thing.
Did you enjoy spending expending magical energy to realize what we already knew?
Well, the humanoids are the same thing. But I'm trying to figure out, are they evil?
That's not what that spell does, you idiot.
That's not why I used the spell, you dummy.
Then why did you use the
You know
spell?
what? I'm just going to ignore that.
I'm casting message
Okay.
at the one in front of me.
This
Are
is
you alive?
working.
Yes or no? Huh? Cutting off.
He's reading the
I
spell.
know I'm reading.
Okay, I was like, wait.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
message
that's the
doesn't
message.
allow them to respond. It just
it can reply in a
You-
whisper that only you can hear.
Ah, damn it.
oh, there it is. You hear back. Do you hear back?
I stare into the crystal and the crystal stares back.
And I looked at him, and he looked at me.
Me? and I look at him.
You hear, define alive.
Okay, change of plans. I'm not. No.
What?
Okay, well, they are alive.
Okay.
A creepy voice said, define alive.
Okay, so it's evil.
What
don't know if you
part
can
of
jump to
being
that
alive?
conclusion.
Well, I'm sorry. If I'm alive, I'm evil automatically?
Well, you
Where's
said
the jump?
creepy voice.
No.
So creepy means evil.
Nah, he means anyone that asks a question
Vash
is
isn't
evil because
evil.
it makes him think.
I'm not evil.
Yeah, but
Hey,
Vash
wait,
doesn't
wait.
have a creepy voice.
Kinda does.
That's
I
not
mean, I'm not
creepy.
gonna lie, I kind of do. I get that a lot more than you think.
Sorry.
Thank you, Reed.
You guys are gonna die.
So you said these things are alive. Like, how do you know this thing is alive?
I cast a message and said, are you alive? And I got an answer. And I don't just hear random voices in my head.
At
But
that
I
moment,
don't know how that works. Could it be puppeted by something?
Well, no, when I cast message, I got to point at what I'm cast.
Yeah, like this. And in
I
a cast
pointed-
message.
who do you guys message on?
And on Vash, I'm to say hello like, in his left ear. But it's like in his mind. You can apply to his mind.
So Vash will just reply like,
Okay, don't do that again.
but he doesn't. He like doesn't say it out loud. He whispers it like the response.
So Nimona, in your head, you hear, I'm not your enemy. More the pace you are missing.
Are these people missing anything on themselves?
You can
They said that they were the piece that we're missing, which leads me to think that this is, well, we already established that, well, another puzzle room.
I don't know if they mean peace like a puzzle or peace like tranquility.
you can do an investigation if you want to look over them.
Yeah.
Cast
I'm also
guidance
going
on
to take a
myself.
look. I want to take a look more closely at them to see if it looks like these are just humanoid shapes, or if it looks like someone had armor on and bags on and equipment on that just got crystallized over it.
Okay.
Kind of like the experience I was just going through a minute ago.
Go ahead and give me
What would that
an
be?
investigation.
Investigation. I can't fucking tell from here. I have no idea.
Nimona, you do notice that on this one, half of the right side of their face has been like indented into like where their skull would normally have been. And when you inspect their hands, they're missing a couple fingers, one on each hand.
They're missing fingers. I don't know if that matters. I'm confused.
So what are we gonna do? Just stand around looking for fingers that they're missing?
It's better than standing your head and arguing.
I'm just asking a question. I wasn't arguing. Why are you gonna be so hostile?
Oh my god. They did move though. That. Wait a second. Who's holding the crystals? Sorry, Mom.
So, Momforged has one of the crystals.
Okay.
But Momforged takes the frying pan that it keeps on its body and tries to capture some of the lake river.
As you dip the pan in, you feel a little bit of heft add to the pan, and as you lift it out, you see the liquid quickly like starts solidifying into these like crystalline structures. There's still a little bit of liquid in there, but a good chunk of it like solidifies.
Okay, Mom Forged takes the crystal chunk that it brought from upstairs and does like a side-by-side comparison to the new crystal and the crystal that it had.
Give me a nature check. The size obviously is a lot different. However, the color and the transparency of like when you look at the crystal structure is pretty much identical. The way it is growing upwards and kind of how the other one is, Momforged, it has enough intelligence to them to know that these are probably similar or the same.
Okay. I have a hypothesis. Rind, that means a scientific guess.
Who's Rind?
Just you.
No, my name's Rin. I don't know who Ryan is. Do we have a Ryan in here?
Real quick, did you move your token,
Oh,
Hojin?
no.
Because I would assume Momforge isn't. I wasn't sure if you were up. Okay. I wasn't sure if you went to like where I initially went, or if you went up to them and then went to the river next to them.
So I was up here, but then Nim was like, "I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave," and Momforge was like, "I'll
gotcha.
be over here." Now it's over here.
Perfect.
Can I interrupt you?
You're gonna anyways.
Just real quick. I don't know why I asked. What did the crystal say to you guys? Or who talked? What did they say exactly?
The one that I heard said, "Shh, stay still. Shadows are listening."
Okay.
I kind of forgot, but DM can help me.
Give me a history check.
Also, mine.
You better roll some dice, boy.
Hell yeah. Do you actually want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn.
Natural 20.
Okay, that's the one it said to click.
This is when he brings the VOD up and rewinds it and plays it exactly through his microphone.
And fuck, I don't even remember. Oh, they said some of you shine too brightly, others already half gone. Tell me, when you cast your shadow, does it ever pull back? Should put my notes over on this side, but Multi-monitor problem.
Are those the only?
Luke's character was told something, but he's keeping that to himself.
Didn't hear anything.
So, okay.
Are there any shadows in the room?
There's a
Yes.
bunch of shadow in the room.
You guys are each giving off your own shadows from the light sources around you. Different depths, shadows, things like that. But yes, there are shadows.
Is any of us not in the shadows? Or sorry, is any of us
My brain.
Are we like stepping in a shadow? Is what you're
Tell
asking?
me, when you cast your shadow, does it pull back? Either we all need. You said that they referenced some of us shine too brightly, others have gone. Tell me, when you cast your shadow, does it pull back? Should we all be standing in a way that we have a shadow, or should we all be standing in a way that we don't have a shadow? Maybe that's it? Am I thinking too hard on this?
I've got nothing.
So
Maybe,
There are,
Okay.
there are these other orbs here, the amber ones, the amber crystallines.
probably
Where
thinking
Vash is
too much
standing,
into this. Rin's just
would
gonna
there be
walk
a
into
shadow?
the shadow like over here. Sorry.
What did you say, Vash?
So with where he is standing, would the light be casting a shadow on him, or like of him anywhere?
Yes, behind you. So there's a
Okay.
light source with this amber, and it's casting out this like this.
Okay.
You have a shadow that's like back here.
He will literally turn around and like look down at his shadow and be like,
are you still listening to me?
Give me a wisdom save.
a wisdom save?
Yes, please.
God damn.
In your mind, you hear, now, what is your purpose here? Do you seek the anchor's power? Or do you seek to join me in the shadows?
Can I respond in thought, or do I have to speak out loud?
You feel like this is being told, spoken into your mind.
So is it like a tether in my mind where we can communicate that way, or do I have to talk out loud so everyone can hear me? You know what? I don't care. I will talk out loud so everyone can hear me.
Okay.
I don't know what the anchor is. I asked my shadow a question, everybody, and it asked if I was here for the anchor or to join them. What the fuck is the anchor?
Rin, you said you stepped into the shadows?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and also give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Hell yeah.
Technically, I'm already in the shadows.
Yes, you are. Also give me a wisdom save. So, Rin,
Mhm.
you hear faith flickers. I wonder, though, will your God recognize what's left of you? Misty. in your mind and visually. We'll do in your mind first. In your mind, you hear, you made a deal. But do you even remember what you gave away? And to the left of you, and before anybody else, nobody else sees this.
Okay.
To the left of you sits a ghostly visage of a man in a cap. I'll just show you the picture because it'll be so much easier. But you see a gentleman with a top hat, kind of dressed nicely, almost like, I don't know, 1500s ish England.
That's the ghost of Abraham Lincoln.
Who's gonna tell
I
me?
posted it in DM material. You see the ghostly version of that.
What the fuck? Do you guys see this?
See what?
There's rocks in my way.
Yeah, there's a rock in my way.
There's a ghost, ghost with a top hat, and over here.
Okay, I think we've been in this place too long. We should probably go.
Mom Forge, when you turn around, you don't see anything. You just see Misty.
I think the quiet one's gone crazy.
No, I swear it's here. It's right here, and she like gestures to it.
Try and touch it.
Should I?
I mean, if it's a ghost, your hand would just go through.
All right, she's gonna take out her what do I have? I'm gonna take out my spear
Okay.
and then try to jab it.
As you go to as you put both hands on it, the ghostly visage puts its hand in between your hands. Oh dear, I wouldn't do that if
Oh
I
my
was you.
god. It responded to me
What did it say?
that it didn't want me to do that.
Well, I didn't say stab it.
Well, I didn't think you would they would feel it if they're actually there, or they're ghosts, or I don't know.
If
I
it's
don't
not
see anything.
corporeal, then touching it will make it woof. Don't stab it, because it might have feelings. But just give it a touch.
I think it already does have feelings. Yes.
I just want you to know this. Strike me down, and your shadow will finish what I started.
It's saying that I'm just gonna relay what you said.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
that
that sounds like a threat.
Hey, we've established there's something going on with shadows. That's as far as I got.
Mom Forged rolls up to where it thinks the shadow or the ghost might be.
Okay.
And reaches out a hand and doesn't swipe, but gently tries to put its hand on where it thinks a shoulder might be.
As you reach out, your hand just kind of stays there for a moment. Misty, visually for you, you see the hand of Mom Forge being pushed through this thing's body, and you see it is almost like a mist is forming slowly around Mom Forge's arm, almost now like a big gaping wound. But the parts that Mom Forge pushed through are just rotating around their mechanical arm. And they look down, they look back at you with this little kind of disappointed look. You're gonna be like this, huh?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I need you to give me another wisdom saving throw, Misty.
While all that was going on, Vash looks back at his shadow and is like,
You never told me what the anchor was.
Was the anchor?
A 12, and you see this visage just disappear into smoke.
Oh. It's not there anymore.
That's what I was trying to say. If you touch them and they're not real, they disappear.
Right.
You were hallucinating.
I don't think I was. I'm pretty sure it was there.
Right, no, but that's what a hallucination is when you think it's real but it's not.
No, I swear it's there. It was there, and only forget
Let me
it.
guess, only you could see it, right? That's textbook
Mom's
hallucination.
Vash, as you turn around, you hear in response back in your mind, I told the other one, again, I'm not your enemy. However, we could be allies if you feel like helping.
sorry, one sec.
Do you want to touch anything?
Not really, no.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I've touched.
Just a touch check. Just touch checking you know?
That doesn't answer my question. I don't know what the anchor is. I don't want to make enemies down here. That's not what we are here for. But we are also not here to take anything that like it sounds like an anchor. I don't have a boat. I don't have a use for an anchor.
What are you babbling on over there about?
I'm just talking to my
boats?
shadow. I'm talking to my shadow. It's asking me questions like the voices and stuff.
Is it asking about going on the sea?
All of a
I think I've
sudden
decided to
you
go
hear-
home.
You hear voices, and I see ghosts. Something is going on here.
Something with
All
the
of a
shadows.
sudden,
Yeah.
everybody hears the sound of metal scratching on metal as Mom Forge starts rubbing its forehead. What is going on? Why are you
I
all losing it?
I feel like I get stupid around around them. I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask your shadow a question. See if I'm crazy.
I don't have a shadow.
That's not true.
Rin's gonna look at the shadow. Is there a way out of here?
You hear you don't need to fight. Just accept. Let the weight of all this pretending fall away.
I'm not accepting anything until you tell me what the contract is.
No contract. Tell me, would you want to shape a world in your image?
No. And he just, that's the only thing, well, it's not the only thing that Nimsy would hear. Just no is the only thing he says.
Oh, what? Your shadow's talking to you. I knew it.
My shadow asked me if it wants me to create the world in my image, and I don't want that. That's too chaotic.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm telling Kid on you.
Look, I like the world how it is. I like to have my fun in games, and I like to cause chaos. But having it in my image is kind of chaotic, and I probably wouldn't handle it.
Okay. How do you guys know you're talking to your shadows?
You know what? You stand in the shadow. You do it. Prove me wrong.
You are standing in a shadow.
I ask again to everybody else that has more than one brain cell.
Damn,
What
Dash.
gave
My
you
word
the
said
idea?
you don't have one brain cell.
It's
What
definitely
gave you the
crystals.
idea that what you are talking to is your shadow?
I don't know.
I-
It's
The
talking
crystal
back to
that
me.
was speaking to me earlier told me the shadows were
Right.
listening, so
Okay.
I yelled at
So
my
it-
shadow, and then something came out in my brain that I could hear something talking back.
So it called itself your shadow.
No, the crystal, when we thought we were hearing the crystals earlier, said that the shadows are listening. So I said if the shadow is listening, I shouted a question at the shadow, and then it answered the question in my brain. Something magical is happening. You need to understand that, right?
Whatever is communicating to you does not have a physical body.
So,
It cannot hurt you.
I'm not expecting it to hurt me. None of my weapons are drawn or anything. I'm trying to figure out what is going on.
It cannot do anything without it using you as a vessel.
Okay.
So don't enter any pacts. And Momforge can't look at somebody, but you can tell Momforge just glaring at Rin. Don't give any promises. Whatever it tells you is probably filth.
I don't know if that was towards me, but my only faith is to Kint. Thank you.
I feel like you should be looking at meth.
Vash will just look at his shadow and be like, see what I'm dealing with here.
So wait, okay, hear me out. Might be crazy, might be
Bye-bye.
not.
Oh boy.
But what if it's the three crystallized people just talking to us, but they're pretending to be our shadows?
I suggested that earlier.
Did you, or did I
That's
come
the
with
truth.
it and you just want to claim it?
If you thought about it,
No.
no, if
Lindsay
you
said
thought
it
about
earlier.
it, thank you.
So what you're saying is we should destroy the crystallized things.
Well, I decided not to do that as soon as it talked to me.
I'm not hearing an argument about not destroying him.
They said not our enemies, just pieces of what we're missing.
But they could be lying to
That
you.
sounds crazy. Mine said
I don't know,
it's not my enemy. I could join them or something like that. And I don't really want to join anybody else. I've joined enough.
They could be lying to you. They're trying to get into your head.
Do you hear that, Shadows? We're not interested.
One
One
here's the
moment, I need
shadow.
to look at something.
Do it. Do it.
One here's the shadow talking to them.
I would say the allegory of a Warforged is that it is a conscious being, correct?
It is.
I think I finally understand why I was raised on an island away from people.
Or you just don't get out much.
That's... I knew one person my entire life. It
Yeah,
was
but
at least easy.
what are you doing out here then if you knew that one person?
So
I
Warforges
wanted
do
to know
not have any form of immunity to mind affecting anything. They're considered living constructs and humanoid with sentience. So,
Aha!
Mom Forge,
Get fucked, idiot.
give me a wisdom save.
Oh wait, actually, I redact that statement. Hold on.
Oh wait, no, that's not it.
It's a wisdom throw.
Wisdom save 16. I've just been making you guys roll for no reason, by the way. Anyways, in your mind,
Tin can.
metal box, in your simulation brain. We're gonna call it that. In your mind, you hear, well, you finally reached out. However, you've been a utmost terrible guest. But I think it's time I set the table. That's all you hear.
No.
And so out loud, Mom Forge goes, I prefer meat-based food.
Huh?
Vash goes,
What?
That's great. Good to know.
I don't know what that is.
I don't think we should stop to eat right now.
You don't know what meat-based food is, Rin?
Oh, meat-based food? I thought they said meat-beast food. I didn't know what meat-based food was.
I mean, pretty much any animal would be meat-based food, I would think.
I guess. But I ate fish.
The
That's all I had.
funny sounding shadow being tried to be edgy and said something about setting a table, so I made my dinner request.
Can we take this stuff seriously? Okay, I don't really want to
No.
turn into a crystal down
No.
here. Can we take
No.
things seriously? Don't make me
I
be
am-
the serious one.
No, I am
You don't want
taking it
this
very
ghost to appear
seriously.
again.
All this is some being without a body who needs you to give it your body.
Misty, in between you and Mom Forged, you see
Oh.
this. Rin,
Oh,
Namona, Mev, and Vash, you guys cannot see this based on your
Damn.
angle.
no,
I was gonna say
big old
attack
rock
But
in the
everybody
way.
else, you see this gentleman. He is now holding his hat in his hands at his chest. If you wouldn't mind following me, the master would like a word. And he holds his hand out
Oh.
towards you, Misty.
Oh, now.
Well, why should I trust
Why-
you?
If I wanted to harm you, I would have done so a long time ago.
Is he speaking loud enough for us to hear him?
Wait, who is that?
Who is
Are you
that?
talking to a
it's the
shadow again?
butler.
Or...
Except it's not out loud, it's in all of your minds, mind you. They're
Oh,
all
okay.
being
It's just
said
kind of
in
radiating in
all
my
of
brain.
your minds, yeah.
Is it the butler?
It's the butler, the one that was gonna set the table.
Oh. Can you tell him not to have fish? I had too much fish
Should
on
I-
the sea.
Who is-
Should I go with him? I'm
No.
assuming
No.
everybody hears him.
Don't do it.
No.
No.
It's a trap.
Okay.
I mean, I think
Suit
it
your
sounds
shape.
fun.
I was just trying to be polite. But if you will follow me, and he starts walking, he goes past Nimona, comes up here, walks across through the water, and then ends at the bottom of the stairs here.
I look at Vash. And I look at the ghost, and I start walking towards him.
Mr. Ghost.
Vash, so he gets
Dude, can
next to
I
Vash, and Vash does like the soccer mom protective arm thing when they're stopping in the car, like the hold on, wait a minute.
What were you saying, Mom?
I was gonna say, can Mom Forge see Mev Coral walk towards this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys followed even briefly, even up towards Nimona, or if you peeked out this way to see where they were going, yeah, you guys would see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over so I can see what he's doing.
Okay, so you
Move
guys
up.
just kind of slowly
move up.
fall behind.
I'm gonna move like right up here to get a better view.
You just
So then,
hear
yeah,
metal on
you-
metal grating
I would,
again.
yeah, I would say Mev, you. I was just gonna say move up one square real quick. It's just like hold on, no, stop, you stop, wait.
Wait.
Could be fun. That's all.
It could be not fine, though.
Well,
Who do you serve, Butler?
My master.
Does your master have a name, or was he born master?
No, he has a name.
Okay.
know what it is?
What is it?
Are you sure you want to know? You've been very...
Is Anchor your master? Is that
Standoffish.
what the name of your master is? Is it named Anchor? Is that what
No.
you were mentioning earlier?
No. No, my master's name. And you see him like look over his shoulder, like behind him. And he gives like a little nod. My master's name is Narik.
Does that ring a bell?
Everybody can give me a history.
All right. Gonna fail. Yeah, I called it.
we're all just like,
I'm Forged Nimona. If you guys want to roll history to see if you know the name Narik. 17. And an 8. I'm Forged. After a minute of casinoing your eyes, you do recognize the name Narik. However, this is a name that has been long lost and is said to have been a very, very strong sorcerer. But he was lost in time, meaning he was said to have gone to study magic and was never seen or heard from again.
Where did you learn that name?
My master told me it.
There's no way your master could be alive.
Depends on your definition of alive.
Oh no.
Okay, so is that it? You need bodies because you haven't had one for a really long.
We just wanted some company. It's been a while. And our current company is not as talkative these days.
What were these things before crystals?
People like you. They may have stepped a little too deep into the shadows.
Where are you asking us to go?
Just right here. Not that deep. Not deep enough to become one of the quiet ones.
Is that the name for a fully enveloped crystalline being?
That's what my master has come to call them. Yes, they only speak. Well, they used to speak when we reached out to them. Now it's more animalistic growls and different noises. Nothing intelligent. Nothing like the six of you. Gosh, what's it been? How many moon cycles has it been? Probably.
Give us a point of reference.
Let's see. When did we go on an adventure, Master? We went. It was about 230.
Uh,
230. Yeah, that was about the year.
Okay. Wait.
That was almost 1,000 years ago. 230 ME.
What is ME?
I believe, if I recall, it stands for mana eruption.
I've heard of no such thing as that.
Okay, so probably more than 1,000 years ago.
We've been down here
Wait.
for some time.
Wait, are you... What's the year now?
It is
1203.
1203 ME.
Um, 230 what? What did they used to tell time before? Like, what did they call the years before?
So it was just the year, and then it was the color of the sun cycle. So there were books that stated people from long ago, they have found like paintings in caves and stuff like that, where there would be different colored suns, and they told time based on the color of sun that it rotated between. And there was 3 different colors: green, yellow, and orange.
So, 230 what?
Sun was it orange, Master? Orange. It was orange in the sky that year. What is the color of the sun this year?
It doesn't change color.
What do you mean?
Over 1,200 years ago, there was this massive, catastrophic, world-changing thing. The sun doesn't change colors anymore.
Well, seems we've been down here quite a while then.
What color was the sun when you came down here?
Orange.
Okay.
Where are you all from?
I don't know if the names of our cities would make sense to you, to be honest. But that's a complicated question for me.
Up for sure.
Do one of you have a city that's not complicated?
I'm from Vanillis.
Never heard of it.
Oh.
I'm from trying to remember the name of the city.
Did you not write it
Out
in
of
your bio?
character.
You're from Village.
Village. Yeah.
I'm from a
I
town
have
called
that written
Village.
down.
I knew it began with a
Village.
B, but my bio is not actively open right now.
Village. It's a small little farm town. About 10 people or so.
No, it's much larger than that now. I mean, maybe one time, like, however long ago since you left. Is a large, bustling town now.
Centralized in the continent, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Interesting. Well, Master, it seems we've been down here quite a while. The shadows do cast far down here, so it is hard to track time without a sun.
Shadows of what? What do these shadows do?
It depends. For some, it enlightens. For some, it frees. For others, it imprisons. It depends on your soul.
What did they
The
do to
anch-
you and your master?
Oh, we sought out the anchor to fix the world what it was going to become. But
If we go and meet your master,
Hmm.
what are we walking into?
oh, nothing. I can get him and bring him here. I do need a little assistance, however. As you can see, and he walks up to this crystalline creature, and he passes his hand through the head of the creature and pulls his arm back. It is hard for me to physically help. We have been separated of sorts. Up these stairs here, and he turns around and he points up to the large crystal structure. That is part of the anchor. My master is inside. And I just need a map.
Mom forged
Oh,
I don't like that idea.
moves
let's
over
release another thing.
here.
Bash continues to puts his hand up again in front of Mev and be like, "Wait."
Bash,
Like,
Bash, can you make sure he don't do anything? Because I know him, and he wants to do it.
I mean, I can suggest things, but I can't force him to not do things.
Mev, I will pay
what
you
is-
so much gold if you don't do anything.
Hold that to you.
what is Mom Forge trying to do?
So there's no way to cross, right?
For Mom Forge not touching the water? No. Mom Forge doesn't have the jumping capabilities.
I'll tell you what. What was your name?
My name? Oh, that's not important.
Okay,
you call
that's
him
not
Butler?
important.
Butler.
No,
Yeah,
it's pretty
that's true.
important, actually.
I don't
I'll
remember
just
my
go.
name.
I'll go back to calling you Butler.
That's fine. Whatever's easiest for you all.
All right, Butler.
You don't remember
tell
your
you
name,
what.
but you remember your. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you want to be snarky with him too, don't let me have all the fun.
What is your proposition?
You get me across this river, and I'll go get your master.
No.
Why are we letting things that we don't know out?
You're the ones that let the other
We have been
god
touching
person out
things.
or whatever.
We have been touching things and grabbing things and
Hold on.
interacting with things. We haven't had any idea what they have done.
Hold on.
So this is kind of like in alignment with what we've been doing.
What we let out
He lowers his
was
tone, like whispering, not whispering, but stops yelling to just talk directly at you.
what we let out was a chicken, and that was Kent's little
It was.
containments. But then he went to a.
It was like a god or something, was it?
No, it
I
was
forgot
a,
the part where we knew that going in. That's what was going to
Yeah.
happen.
No,
It was a
It's-
wizard.
it was a wizard.
Okay, well, we need to stop letting all these magical people from these ruins out. That seems like a bad idea.
But what from Kent said is the wizard went to a different god because he kept messing with teleporting and animals. So he's dealing with another god's wrath.
Yes, your god of trickery was definitely telling the truth.
I mean, I believe him.
Nim.
Huh?
As much as I love you, you're walking around the god of said. So I don't really know if lecturing someone about trusting god of trickery.
Okay.
I think
Fair point.
Momforge needs a reboot because I didn't hear what they said. No, literally, I couldn't hear what you said because you cut
Yeah,
out.
half your words.
Yeah, I said, Mom Forge said, Nim, I love you and all. But, I don't think you should lecturing people on making pacts with the god of trickery after you took a pact with the god of trickery.
Yeah, you did do
Okay, well,
that.
that's different. That was different. And you're right, though. Okay, sorry.
Batch will look at
Oh.
Butler and be like,
So we go in there, we die. He comes out. What happens? Like, are we going to be hurt interacting with whatever this door you said, or?
No, not at all.
I want to roll insight to see if he's lying.
Okay.
I was gonna say we should have rolled insight for his name thing.
I
You
don't give a
don't
fuck
believe
about
he
his
is
name, to be
lying.
honest.
I
I
don't know, guys. He Butler.
Or he
said
could
that
be the
he,
mage that was trying to investigate, and he's just trying to get us to do his work for him.
Could I ask one of y'all for assistance though? This here fella, he's been gone a while. Could you just give him a light shove that way towards your friend, and that should be enough for them to get onto this side. I physically can't do anything.
Well, then that's us helping them and not you.
Listen,
So I would-
I am just a traveling consciousness. So,
How
Right?
wide is that gap?
if
About 3 feet.
He'll elbow Mev, be like, "Hey, you got that rag, right?
I do, yes.
That's like a
I-
3-foot gap over there. Can you make
Is-
something happen?
Is the handkerchief 3 feet? I think it is.
Yeah, it's a 3-foot square. I
It's
thought.
3
3
feet.
feet,
I think it is a
Mhm.
3-foot square.
So you could lean it into the water just enough where the lip is just level with the top.
It's fine. I do it.
Okay. So you have now a metal ramp leading you over to the other side.
all right, Mom Forge crosses.
Wiki, wiki, wiki.
All right. Before you guys start getting all cranky, I am just a traveling consciousness. If this hunk of metal gets destroyed, Nim Nim, I have full faith in you. You will be able to fix it.
Yeah, that's yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
I just give Nimsy a thumbs
I
But
up.
I don't. How do I get your consciousness back? Do I have to go all the way home and get mom?
No, it's magically stored. You'll be able to extract
Oh.
the magic.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is I don't die. Like there's
So
no loss of
don't-
life because I'm really not life.
So don't be sad.
Right. But if anyone but Rin dies, that's a tragedy.
You know what? You
But I
go
don't-
release him, and if you die, I will hold a ceremonial for you.
I've got nothing for this guy to occupy. So
Okay.
I'll go scope
I
it
get what
out.
you're saying.
And if it's bad, then the bad happens to me and you guys get the hell out of here.
Okay, but what if the bad thing is you going up there in the first place and letting that whatever it is free?
Right, but the least bad will happen if I do it.
So you die and the thing still gets released?
Well, but it can't if it could move autonomously, it would. What's it gonna do? Take over my body? This ain't a body.
Yeah. It could.
Over my magic circuits.
There's a lot of weird magic in here. We already saw that the
Over
beginnings
my
of
dead
constructs
Mobo.
came from me.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just
Why do I feel like I'm
trust
the only
me.
one worried about things? What's happening?
No,
No,
it's not.
It's okay. I promise you, nothing will happen to them.
Mom forged V1.
Bomb forged V1. You seem very attached.
It's,
No.
I'm her bodyguard.
Look, you won't be out of a job. I'll say that.
All right. Well, let's go.
They walk up the stairs and you slowly.
Yeah.
And you get to the top, and in this crystal, now that you're closer, you do see like this body, similar outfit to what Butler is wearing, is just kind of like floating suspended in this crystal. Now, one of you decided to look at the fucking crystal. Not one.
We
I
looked
was
around
never
the
in Mangrove. I
room.
could get a good look at it.
So the anchor has sealed my master inside. I just need you to chip a crack into it so that they can escape.
Definitely a bad idea, and I'm just whispering that to myself.
This is a prison. You know that, right?
I believe it was a trap. But I guess it depends on how you look at things.
So from them laying out and going like, here's what you see, like they walk up, can we see that person or whatever inside the
You
crystal
guys
from
can
down the
see
stairs?
kind of like a silhouette of something from the distance.
Okay, one moment. Let
Now that
me
you're like
check.
really focused in.
What's this
It
dude's name
definitely
again?
looks like a creature.
The butler or the guy inside?
The guy inside
The guy inside is
started with like an N, didn't it?
Nyreek.
Nyreek. Nyrek. Nyrek.
N-Y-R-E-K.
Rin's gonna
spelled
get
that
into
wrong.
a ready stance for anything. Not trusting
Okay.
this.
Would you,
So-
Butler, would you like to know my hypothesis?
Let me see. I'm gonna send this to you, Ghost. Would you say that I would be able to cast that on the creature inside the crystal?
Currently, no.
Okay.
Sure. What is your hypothesis?
You don't have a body, right, Butler?
That is correct. I lost it some
There-
time ago.
Yeah, you lost it in that crystal.
No, I've been serving him for a long time.
Who told you that?
Are we close enough to hear that?
I mean, he's not. He's
Mev,
not
Mev and I?
whispering.
Yeah,
He's not
neither,
whispering
neither is.
anything.
Momforge isn't whispering either.
I'm going to roll insight on his. I've been serving him a long time. To see if
So
there's
he
deception.
is facing Mom Forge when he's talking. So you still see some of his facial expressions. Go ahead and roll the insight. You rolled that only to me. 16.
Whoops! I didn't
You
push
see
the
on
button.
his facial features that he is conflicted with the answers that he's giving. No.
So, not that he's lying, but that he shouldn't be saying it.
So he's saying one thing, but his face or his mind is not believing what is coming out, but he himself believes what is coming out. So not necessarily a lie, but also not the truth.
You
It's
seem
like
a little
confliction.
conflicted in that answer there, Butler.
Well, I mean, he
Why-
told me. Why would
What
he
is your
lie?
real relationship to him? Like, what do you know about the person inside that crystal? Besides,
He's
he's
my
my
man.
master.
Well, he's my master.
I just told you not that.
We came here looking for the anchor.
How is he your master? Did he purchase you from a slave trader? Are you indentured to him? Did you work for him before? Are you an intern of some kind?
Went through the summer program? No. Why are you trying to trick me? He was. I've been with him for so long, but it's been so long since I've been with him. I can't remember the small details.
You are him.
But that can't be. He's in there and I'm out here.
Can I just shout out?
Somehow.
I was gonna say, can I just shout out Nyrek to see if there's a reaction to the ghost?
Way to find out.
I'll just shout out the name Nyrek towards the ghost.
You see his head like snap over towards you. He can't talk to you. He's stuck inside. But you see like his facial expression was how fast he snapped was not because he heard a loud noise, but because he heard recognition.
Somehow, the link between soul and body was severed. You are Nyrek.
You see him like pondering and
Is the
if that's true though.
sorry.
If that's true, then we must get him out. Me out quicker then. I've been separated from my body, if that is true, for far too long.
There is a possibility that that body in there can no longer be a host to anything.
Is the thing still down in the water?
Yeah, Mev didn't pick it up.
Okay,
to my knowledge.
I'm gonna cross it. And then just follow up to the stairs. To Mom Forge, this is probably a different aspect of Rin, or kind of like a personality change. Nairik, it's time to move on.
Let me just try. Let me just try to see if I can.
Nairik, it's your body has been in there for far too long. It's
Look, it looks like it's not a day over 20.
It may look like it, but it might not function.
It doesn't function regardless. Maybe it doesn't function because I'm out here. If it
Nairik,
doesn't function, then it is what it is.
Nairik,
But we won't know until I can get in there.
I can help you move on.
I don't want to move on.
You may not want to, but you can't live here like this. Not with how long you've been here.
Will you please just strike the crystal so we can try? If it doesn't work, I'll move on.
With how much I want to, I just can't. Because I don't know what may or may not happen. The possibility of us destroying that crystal could destroy your body.
So be it. My body's been destroyed already then.
Then what are you going to do? You have no body to go to, nor you are no longer alive with us.
Figure it out.
You've been stuck and no way out.
You're trying to trick me, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm not tricking you. On the honor of my god, I am not. You've been dead for a very long time.
And you see...
Bash elbows Mev and goes, "Is his god that honorable, or?"
Not really, no.
Okay. No, just checking.
You see him start pacing on the top step. No. We do it. I've been waiting for a long time.
For help. And I can help you.
Yes, you can. That mace with the weird tongue sticking out of it.
I'm not going to smash that crystal.
Well, then will you smash it like you said you would? And he looks over towards Mom Forge.
I look at Mom Forge with a plead of don't do it.
Why? You can walk through the crystal, can you not?
You see him place his hand onto the crystal. This is the one thing I cannot get through. Oh, I would have tried that. If I knew I could have pulled my master's body, if I knew I could have pulled my body out of there, would have done so long ago. If it doesn't work,
Mom Forged
what?
takes
Go
out
ahead.
the crystal it has and cross-examines the two.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a nature again with advantage because you've already compared. Yeah, this crystal here though, the makeup of it physically is the same. However, there's a liquid inside the larger one, and the smaller one you have does not have a liquid inside of it.
Uh-oh. I think I just figured out. What? I'm so sorry, Nyreek. I think I know what this crystal does.
What is that?
It eats magic.
That's fine. Just use your
What's-
sword.
No, what's inside?
If I have no power, no magical ability anymore, that's fine. I just want to live.
Can I take the 10 minutes to learn ceremonial? Or to prepare ceremonial?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll
Are
take,
you gonna do it right in front of him?
well, I don't have the spell ready, so
Right. I'm saying, are you gonna go
Pulls out
talk
some
to your god,
candles,
basically?
takes out a
Yeah.
little waste thing,
I'll
lays
probably-
it down.
I'll probably back up a bit, like down here, and then just prepare it.
As Rin starts working on his thing, Mom Forged tries to not break the crystal, but puncture a hole into it, see if it's actually like.
You're kind of like cutting out. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
seeing if like you can drain. Oh, sorry, am I cutting out?
A
Just for
little
brief
bit.
moment.
Oh, okay.
You said you wanted to try and puncture, and then that was about it.
Puncture a hole in the crystal to see if like there's liquid that'll come out.
What tool are you gonna use?
The arm, the mace arm, the flail arm.
Oh no.
Okay, and you're just doing like kind of like a grinding back and forth motion.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Turns out breaks it.
Oh my god.
So you slowly, you're not like fucking slamming into it, but you are slowly like rubbing back and forth. Kind of like a drill is kind of what you're going for, like a hand drill. That you've seen people use to build buildings and houses made of wood and things like that. So you're moving the spikes kind of back and forth to chip away a little bit by little bit, and eventually you do see a little crack kind of happen, and you do see like a little spurt of liquid, and you do notice it get onto your mace head, but this liquid does not crystallize. It just runs down the mace and drips onto the floor. It's not a lot, it's just a little bit, but you do see it slowly kind of start now running down the crystal as it slowly starts to leak.
Does it glow at all?
It does have like a fluorescent glow to it, yeah. Well, I'm gonna need more than that. I can feel the barrier still there.
I'm just testing. Okay, stand back. Well, I sorry, that was that was insensitive. I'm sorry.
So as Mom Forge is doing all this stuff, Vash is panning to like the 3 crystalline humanoids and such.
Yep.
And the thing I sent you earlier, would I be able to cast that on one of these? Would those count as creatures, or are they?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna send it on this one. Is that something I should share to the group, or?
Yeah, that's fine. If you're you're casting a spell at this point. The
Yeah.
the group.
I'm going to cast
posted.
Hunter's Mark
Which one again?
on the center one.
Guy right in here in the middle.
Yep, in the river,
In the river. Okay. Hunter's mark is applied.
and that lasts for up to 1 hour.
And you have concentration, which we indicate with this little yellow dot. Okay.
There it is.
So as you cast it, you hear Mom Ford say, "Sorry for being insensitive. Stand back."
And then Mom Forge takes a swing.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check. Actually, give me an attack roll with the mace.
Okay.
18. You aim up and you aiming for the crack, I assume?
Yeah.
Don't we
You
all?
swing to the side and you see a large chunk break off and a lot more of the liquid starts kind of oozing out. And it's more like a fire hydrant has kind of busted a little bit. It's starting to now come out at a decent rate. It comes flowing down the stairs where Rin, you're deep in prayer, trying to ask Kent if you could maybe spice things up a little bit. And your kind of mental meeting gets interrupted as your pants are filled with this like cold liquid as it is running underneath you. It even goes as far as to you, Mev and Vash, as it also flows into this river. And the liquid kind of flows over to you guys.
I don't let my shoes touch it.
Okay.
I just look
You
up
guys
the
like
stairs.
pop up.
You liquid.
I'm gonna step up on this rock here, so
Okay.
I'm a little slightly elevated.
Put you guys there. And after about 5 minutes, this like geyser amount of water kind of slows down and you can now see into it. And you see what is left is as you peer into this hole that you just kind of cracked open, it's roughly about like a basketball sized amount that you knocked off. You do see that there is now this humanoid corpse that's laying against the back wall. However, you see this almost serpentine movement on the inside. It's extremely dark. There's no more like liquid really in here. The little bit amount that is left is just enough for you to see this like smoke serpent type movement. Where all of a sudden you see the head of the body lift up and the butler that you guys have been calling him, you see him walk through the crystal and stand in front of this body as you see they start slowly merging into one. And standing up, you see this humanoid body and it looks up, pitch black eyes. And that's where we're going to stop tonight.
Oh, what could go wrong?
Oh,
Mom Forge killed us all.
it's fine to every now and then you need to release a beast or an abbot or something, anything like that.
Yeah.
To quote, "Am I the only one worried?"
Oh no. Releasing it.
Thank you for
Rin did
everybody.
what?
I set out to play a chaotic character. I've had to retcon her character type just to kind of have someone keeping you guys on track.
It's fine. Misty's in the corner quietly taking notes to make sure nothing
Yep.
bad happens. I appreciate everybody who's watching the stream, watching the VOD, anything like that. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next Tuesday for the next episode. We appreciate you.
You can't keep
Bye-bye.
calling the chat that, dude.
Bye. Have fun.
Yeah.